Well, it's so dark you can barely see me, and just getting everything ready here in the truck. That's a little better. Got my rain cover on the pack because it's raining. As you can see, it's starting to get light. And yeah, more videos to come. Well, wild outdoors with the rain, and the bears, and the elk, and well, we're gonna go conquer it. Well, we're at the 5 Kmart, somewhere around there, looking down at a little bit of cut blocks here as we wind up from the valley, moved away from the creek, and can't see anything remotely what we're going to, but it's a lot higher than where we are now. So there is the gray sky behind us, and the clear cut as well. One of those things that progress is being made one way or the other, whether we want it to or not be made. Somebody's always going to make that decision. What do you and I do about it? Well, we hike out in it, we complain about it, maybe we vote. There is an election coming up, you know, although that doesn't really have too much with resource extraction. It'll go on regardless of who's in. But you're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. And in most cases, just existing makes you part of the problem. So what are you going to do about it? The reality is that they're logging this section, and you can smell the fresh smoke of a slash pile that's being burned, and you can even see it smoking there a little bit despite all the rain. You know, what can I say? We come out in nature to get away from the city fumes and the cars and the traffic and all of that, and at the end of the day, you're right back in it in the smoke of civilization. That's all I have to say for Well, we're at 17.81 kilometers, and we still have a ways to go. That'll make it a long hike, probably over 40 kilometers at this point. We might not make it, but we're still going to push forward. This is typical of the roads that we've been on, where we're going. You can't quite tell the angle, but needless to say, we've got some pretty steep elevation gain. Lots of fun. Water roasting over an open flame. What's that stove called again? Soto Nano?
Yeah. Soto.
Yeah. Well, you can see up there is some cliffs. It's where we would be going, but we're at the 19 plus K mark right now. All of it on roads like that, and, well, and some flatter parts. So we're probably going to skip that for today. We'll come back, we'll drive in, but there's some pretty amazing stuff out here. It doesn't really get a lot better than this as you look down at where we came up, and that's just fantastic. Nice scenery, nice area, and we'll definitely be back. So scouting trips are always about finding out what's reasonable to do, how you're going to do it, and to make sure that you turn around when you need to. Well, walking along the logging road, this is a spur road that's well off the main and way up on the side of a hill, which kind of brings the question, why do they call logging roads mains or spurs? I mean, why don't they just call it logging road A, logging road B? Why does it have to be logging road Maine, like Cameron, Maine, Franklin, Maine, and then in this fucking area, Copper Canyon, Maine is Chemainus, Maine. They're both the same road. And then you've got a full service road. Is that a logging road? Or does it connect main logging roads? And what if there's a spur off a spur? What is that? Oh, none of it makes any sense. Well, we're back at the truck. Did about almost 36.5 kilometers in about 8.5 hours, something like that. Pretty good. Sometimes you don't make it to the top. We didn't today, but what's important is that you have a good-looking face like this.